Hi and good morning to Dean Abante and also to you, my classmates. So my name is Joshua Isaiah Ordiales, and I'm here to discuss about managing international information systems. So let's go through first the agenda for today. So the first one is to identify what are the key elements in promoting business globalization. Second is to learn alternatives for growing international business. Third is to how various global business strategies complement information. And the last being what problems are caused by international information systems and their solution. So first, let's go through to answer the question, what is managing international information system? So managing international information systems refers to the process of effectively overseeing and coordinating the use of information technology or IT systems and infrastructure in a global business environment. It involves the strategic planning, implementation, operation, and maintenance of IT systems that support international operations and facilitate efficient information flow across borders. So as you can see on the illustration on the right side of the screen, there are actually a few key aspects, but I've chosen at least six to discuss to you today. So the first one being system design and implementation. So in system design and implementation, this actually involves developing IT systems tailored to meet the specific needs of the global business. So this includes determining the required hardware, software, network infrastructure, and database to support international operations. So for this one, we need to identify what are the specific needs of the business that we are going to expand. So syempre, since we are targeting um, abroad or a different country or a different environment, there are specific systems that we need to identify on which one to install and which is going to be beneficial for the expansion. So second would be your data integration and standardization. So ensuring seamless integration of data from various sources and standardizing data formats across international systems. So syempre, if we're going to be doing expansion abroad or overseas, we need to have our data configured in a way that it would complement each other. So syempre, kailangan natin makasigurado na yung data is going to be the same. Let's say, for example, your home country is using the metric system kilometers. And then yung expand natin na business is going to be in miles. So we need the data. Hindi naman pwedeng parehas na 200 kilometers and then 200 miles yung ilalagay natin. So of course, the conversion would be different. So the outcome as well would be different. So with that being said, kailangan it's integrated. Okay, these facilities are consistent and accurate information exchange within the organization with external partners. So the third one is network and communication management. So managing the global network infrastructure and communication channels to enable secure and reliable connectivity across different locations. So this includes establishing virtual private networks or VPNs, implementing firewalls, and ensuring data encryption to protect sensitive information. So dito, we have to make sure na, of course, data are being protected and secure. So syempre, not just business data or business information, but we have to protect our customers' data as well. So syempre, nandyan yung mga billing address and then billing preferences, credit card information, account information, and whatnot. So again, we have to make sure that our network and communication are well managed and well secured. Next one would be the fourth one that we've chosen for the key aspect, which is your multilingual and multicultural support. So adapting IT systems to support multiple languages and cultural nuances. So this includes providing multilingual user interfaces, localized content, and culturally sensitive communication channels to accommodate diverse users and stakeholders. So dito, we have to make sure also that since we are globally expanding, hindi naman din lahat ng bansa are well versed when it comes to the English language. Let's say, for example, a machine to be operated, we have to make sure na at least meron tayong materials that would be translated to their mother tongue or mother language, to make sure that every yung smooth yung magiging operation ng machinery. Kasi for example, yung sabihin natin na yung pag-assemble ng isang bagay, it's gonna be in English, but then again, yung napili nating country for expansion is gonna be China. And then yung Chinese is well capable of building the stuff, but then again, hindi niya maintindihan yung brochure or yung manual just because he or she cannot understand English. So magkakaroon ng gap. So we have to make sure na everything's gonna be covered, and also meron tayong materials that is ready doon sa na makaka-comprehend yung bansa na ating pag-i-expandan. In this sense or this example, let's say China or Hong Kong. Okay, next is data security and privacy. So implementing robust security measures to protect confidential information, intellectual property, and customer data. So this includes deploying intrusion detection systems, access controls, data encryption, and regular security audits to mitigate risks and comply with international privacy regulation. So syempre, hindi naman din lahat ng rule or law sa isang bansa is going to be the same. So of course, we have to make sure that we are going to be complying with different regulations set by the country that we have chosen for expansion. So iba-iba naman din yan. Permits are going to be also acquired, and we just have to make sure na we are complying doon sa law ng bansa na yun, just to avoid any misunderstandings and lawsuits or legal actions. All right, so last would be your training and support. So of course, very important, providing training and support to users across different locations to ensure they can effectively utilize IT systems and leverage their capabilities. So this includes training on system functionalities, security best practices, and troubleshooting assistance to enhance user productivity. So kailangan natin, of course, to update and also do training doon sa pag-expanda natin, since we are targeting international information systems. We should conduct at least a training session, especially kung bago sa kanila yung system na gagamitin nila, of course, how it works, how it operates, best practices, so on and so forth. So it is very important for us, of course, to conduct training para mas madaling maintindihan and mas madaling ma-operate yung ating newly introduced system for international relations. So overall, managing international information system requires a holistic approach considers the unique challenges and opportunities of operating in a global business environment. It involves aligning technology with business goals, ensuring data integrity and security, fostering collaboration and communication, and also adapting to cultural and regulatory requirements to enable successful international operations. Right, so next one would be the key elements in promoting business globalization. So here also there are so many key elements that can promote business globalization, but I've chosen 6. First one being your market expansion. So businesses need to identify new markets and opportunities beyond their domestic borders. So this involves conducting market research to understand their target audience, customer behavior, cultural nuances, and legal frameworks in different countries. So of course, kailangan din nating mag-invest ng budget and also time in doing research. So siyempre, we have to make sure na yung product na ating ibebenta or ipopromote is gonna be profitable sa company. Mabenta ba yung gamit na to? Ano ba yung current trend sa bansa na to? Is it gonna be in terms of culture naman? Is it gonna be offending sa kanila? Yung mga ganong bagay. So we have to take that to account as well. Right, so second one would be your international trade. So engaging in international trade is a vital element of business globalization. So this includes importing raw materials or products from foreign suppliers and exporting goods and services to customers worldwide. So businesses must understand trade regulations, tariffs, and customer procedures to facilitate smooth transitions. So dito we can also, of course, since we are promoting international business globalization, of course, international trade would be involved since overseas na yung business. Since we're doing logistics and also services abroad or foreign, we are going to be also in line with international trade. So it is an advantage, especially na, let's say, for example, cost of raw materials are going to be cheaper when it comes to getting international. Let's say, for example, China, alam naman natin sometimes or some or most of the raw materials are cheaper if we outsource from China. So those are the things that we have to consider as well to facilitate smooth transaction. So, the third one is strategic partnership. So collaborating with international partners such as joint ventures, strategic alliances, or partnerships can provide access to local expertise, distribution networks, and customer bases. So these relationships help businesses establish a presence in foreign markets and overcome entry barriers. So syempre, it's important for us to also patronize yung local products and local services available doon sa bansa na ating pag-expanda. Ayaw din ba natin magkaroon ng impression na this foreign investor is taking over yung manpower services or services na pwede namang i-offer ng ating mga locals doon sa bansa na yun. So this, by doing so, if we are patronizing local trade, magkakaroon tayo ng mas magandang relationship within the community, and also it may overcome entry barriers. So mas maganda yung magiging pronta mo, especially na nagsisimula ka sa bansa na yun. Excuse. Okay, the fourth one would be your global supply chain management. So managing a global supply chain involves sourcing components or materials from various countries, coordinating logistics, and optimizing distribution channels. So efficient supply chain management ensures timely delivery, cost effectiveness, and responsiveness to customers' demands across international market. So dito same somehow the same with international trade. So dito naman we're keeping it globally as well for our supply chain. So dito lang since it's global, we have to be consistent with the timeline na ating gagamitin or i-set forth sa ating mga customers or suppliers. So syempre, if anything is going to be delayed along the process, it would have a negative impact sa ating sales and also yung ating customer relation. Okay, fifth one would be technology and information system. So leveraging technology and information system is crucial for business globalization. So advanced communication tools, digital platform. Leveraging technology and information system is crucial for business globalization. So advanced communication tools, digital platforms and cloud-based solutions facilitate seamless coordination, information exchange, and collaboration across borders. So dito, we have to really invest in terms of our coordination of data and information. So not just a smooth process when extracting or giving data, but also, of course, we have to invest into securing those data. Six is our global talent management. So attracting and retaining a diverse workforce with global skills and perspective is key for business globalization. So companies must develop strategies for talent acquisition, training, and cross-cultural integration to foster a global mindset and ensure organizational success. Dito, mas maganda rin, of course, mixed environment. Again, hiring locals from the country that we have chosen to expand to, and also they can share their best practice and expertise. So hindi lang naman tayo yung magaling, there are some practices that learned from experience sa ibang bansa din. So it would be a good opportunity for us to learn from them. And again, it would have a good impact or good outcome then in terms of promoting global talent management. All right, so let's move on to alternatives to growing international businesses. So we do have several. So I'm gonna explain this three as well. First one being exporting. So this involves selling products or services to customers in foreign markets. So it can be done directly by the company or through intermediaries such as the distributors or agents. So exporting allows businesses to enter new markets with minimal investment and can be a stepping stone to further international expansion. So consider also exporting products if you are thinking of not doing international businesses. So if you're going to be doing business locally lang, also consider exporting. So this would also expand your customer base and also your customer selection of products that you offer. Right, so next is licensing and franchising. So licensing involves granting the rights to use intellectual property, such as trademarks or patents, to a foreign company in exchange for royalties or fees. So franchising is a similar approach where businesses grant the rights to operate business model and use the brand in another country. So this allows for rapid market expansion with less capital investment. So dito, it's more on licensing and franchising. So papagamit natin yung ating current brand that they just need to pay a certain amount or royalties or fee and depende sa usapan or the contract, monthly, quarterly, or yearly basis. So by doing so, wala kang masyadong nilabas. They're just using the name of the company and you're getting something out of it. But then again, of course, it comes with risks. We have to make sure na everything is at par, especially doon sa mga quality ng product and also services na in-offer ng ating franchisee. So, syempre, we don't want our brand to have a negative impact or tarnish the brand then na long-term mong inalagaan. So, syempre, since it's overseas, medyo mas mahirap yung pag-oversee ng operations, but that's why we have to keep our communication lines very good and very open. Okay, the third one is your foreign direct investment or FDI. So FDI involves establishing a physical presence in a foreign market by setting up subsidiaries, branches, or manufacturing facilities. So this allows businesses to have greater control over operations, build local capabilities, and strengthen market position. So FDI requires significant investment and entails long-term commitments. So if you're looking into long-term commitments, mas maganda na we utilize or we take advantage of the foreign direct investment option. So below, you can see other examples as well, such as joint ventures and partnerships, e-commerce and online marketplaces. So dito wala kang masyadong investment talaga. Maybe magkakaroon lang in terms of shipping. But depende naman din yung sa usapan if it's going to be shouldered by the buyer or it's going to be shouldered by the seller. So by doing so, let's say for example, posting items in Facebook Marketplace, it's free without any charge. You just have to take care of the logistics. One example also is strategic acquisition or mergers, strategic alliances, market development, adaptation and localization, and then new product development. So syempre, we must be innovative as well, doing research on the current trends on the market by thinking of new products that or new ways that we can develop products or we can innovate our current products. So syempre, we have to roll with the punches or roll with the tide din syempre kung ano yung current trend, kung ano yung mabenta sa market, if we can infiltrate that market, mas maganda. Mas maganda yung turnover ng sales, and then it's gonna be innovative as well for the company. Okay, third on the agenda, how can various global business strategies complement information? So global business strategies can complement information by utilizing data, technology, and communication channels to enhance decision making and operation efficiency. Market research and analysis can leverage global information sources to understand customers' needs and trends, guiding strategic decisions. Excuse me. Hold on. All right, so next would be how can various global business strategies complement information? So we do have several. First one being market research and analysis. So gathering and analyzing market information from global sources can help businesses understand customer needs, preference, trend, and different markets. So dito again, proper research and analysis is very important. It's because it would set a path that the company is going to be doing so moving forward in terms of sales or in terms of business preference, current trends. So syempre, we have to invest time and not just money, but time and also our research team to do data collection and analysis. Kung ano yung mabenta, kung ano yung mas patok, or also if we can foresee or analyze like a year or two kung ano yung magiging trend for the next year, mas maganda kasi we're going to be ahead of the competition. All right, so second would be your customer relation management or your CRM. Utilizing information systems and data analytics, businesses can gather and analyze customer information from various markets to develop targeted market campaigns and personalized customer experience. So this helps build stronger customer relationship and increase customer satisfaction, loyalty, and retention. So syempre, it's very important also for us to retain our customer, to have a good customer relationship. So syempre, hindi lang naman it about sales, but it also keeping our customers loyal an advocate sa ating company. So syempre, by doing so, we have to get feedbacks as well. So syempre, keeping an open mind and take criticism positively. And if hindi naman din maiiwasan in any business, there will be fallout. So we must strategize as well in terms of keeping our customers or yung retention natin sa ating mga customers. What makes them happy as well. Third is your supply chain management. So information systems and technologies play a crucial role in managing global supply chains. By integrating data and information across the supply chain, businesses can optimize inventory management, track shipments, streamline logistic process. This enables faster, more efficient, and cost-effective global operations. So, syempre, dito we want to minimize cost of logistics as low as possible and also getting supplies. So, syempre, by doing a good or by having a good supply chain management, um, it gives an opportunity for us to have a faster delivery or logistics process. It would give us lower costs in terms of expenditures related to logistics and mas efficient and productive din tayo. Right, so what problems or last on the agenda is what problems are caused by international information systems and solutions. So international information systems can encounter various problems that can hinder their effectiveness. So language and cultural barriers can impede communication, collaboration, but these can be overcome through multilingual interfaces and cultural training. So again, as we discussed a while ago, yung language barriers, since it's global, hindi naman din natin mapipili lahat ng ating ventures na makapili tayo na puro English speaking countries lang. So we have to consider other options as well. And also yung mga workers natin, hindi lang naman din to lahat English speaking. So we have to address those problems like cultural barriers then. So it's going to be, it can hinder operations and also it would lead to misunderstandings and of course it would go down along the way. So some of the problems, I do have like slides for problems and solutions. So let's go through the three first problem, yun nga yung language and cultural barriers. So na-discuss natin yan. Second would be data privacy and security. So international information systems may face challenges related to data privacy and security due to varying regulations and cybersecurity risks. So syempre, iba-iba din naman yung pag-protect natin sa ating data and privacy information. So syempre, it depends on the country as well. Yung iba, talagang sobrang higpit nila when it comes to using internet or data security. But then again, sa ibang bansa naman, it's quite lax. So we must ensure that we are complying to the regulations set by forth the country that we are expanding to, but also making sure that data is secured and protected. Okay, next solution dito, sorry, is, and go to the next slide. So solution is involve implementing robust data protection measures, complying with applicable regulations, conducting regular security audits, and encrypting sensitive data. So yun, as I discussed a while ago. So third, go back to the problems, infrastructure and connectivity issues. So in some regions, inadequate technology and infrastructure and unreliable internet connectivity can hamper the performance of international information systems. So solution may include investing in infrastructure development, utilizing backup connections, and adopting technologies that are optimized for low bandwidth environment. So dito, invest ka pa rin. Invest ka ng mas magandang ng plan B mo or your backup connection just in case na magkaroon ng shortage in terms of kung uso pa yung blackout sa bansa na yun or brownout sa bansa na yun, you have to make sure that you have an ample electricity support just in case na magkaroon ng power failure. Kung especially if the business is integrated with internet or hindi pwedeng mawala ng internet, you have to make sure na everything is going to be governed and backed up. So dito, you may also try to adapt with mga low bandwidth environments. So syempre hindi rin naman may iwasan if you can like acquire 2 lines of internet, just just to make sure na everything is going to be supported at kaya. Okay, problems again. Fourth one, we identify time zone and geographical differences. So coordination and collaboration across different time zones and geographical locations can pose challenges for international information systems. Solution involves implementing collaborative tools and real-time communication capabilities, establishing overlapping working hours, and assigning team members to cover different time zones. So dito one great example is our BPO industry. So syempre there is a significant um, time difference in terms of services. Let's say for example sa kanila umaga, gabi sa Pilipinas. So by doing so, we must make sure that we are covering yung business nila during the morning time. So that's why most of the BPO companies na catering to US clients are based on the night shift or graveyard shift. So going back to problems, legal and regulatory compliance. So international operations involve complying with various legal and regulatory requirements such as data protection, taxation, and intellectual property laws. Solutions include conducting thorough research on legal frameworks, partnering with local legal experts, and establishing internal compliance protocols. So dito, we have to invest naman in our legal team, making sure na we are complying to the legal process and also partnering with legal experts. So syempre, different law, different country, different laws. So syempre, mas maganda yung meron tayong that can understand how the law system works in that specific country, and also that can express the law by their own language set forth. So going back to the problem, last is your knowledge and skills gap. So international information system requires employees with knowledge of international business practice, cultural awareness, and language proficiency. So solutions involve, again, training programs, cultural exchange opportunities, and hiring local talent to bridge the knowledge and skill gap. So dito, as I've discussed a while ago also, it's very important for us to consider hiring local talents kasi it would benefit us in a way na they can provide they can give us a sense of how everything works doon sa bansa na yon. Kung paano yung culture nila, kung ano yung mga tradisyon na sinusunod nila, and also their best practices. So syempre, new information is good information. So bridging the knowledge and skills gap as well along the way. So that's it for my presentation about managing international information systems. Thank you, Dean Abante. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.